What season we in? We ain't in the off season.
No, because if we was, we probably would have to apologize for saying stuff that. Never mind. Sorry, J. Cole.
We ain't in the postseason. I mean, technically, we in the postseason for the NBA, but we'll get to that.
Neither are the Pelicans or the Warriors. Sorry.
Or the Hawks.
That was embarrassing, and maybe not the Miami Heat as well.
We're not in the preseason either.
Nah, not yet. UFL preseason should be
soon.
No, they in.
Are they in the season?
Yeah.
When is it come on? I haven't seen none of the games.
It's been on.
Saturdays.
No, you know what? No, because Destroying broke his neck. That is right.
It started the week before Mania.
Yeah, Destroying broke his neck making a tackle. Kids, keep your head up.
Please.
But.
Like Tupac said.
But. Not only are we in a number 2, we the ones. But guess what? We in season 2, baby. We here. We live. We ready. And we prepared. You already know who it is. It's the undeniable, reliable, the one and only Trigger Trey Knight. I'm going to pass it off. Hold on. What?
Yep. There you go.
You'll figure it out.
Got it right.
Black Guy Jones, the historian, and as you can see, it's Tonga week.
I'm Mr. 211. You already know what it is.
Wait, you're doing it again? Wow.
Did I do it?
No, not you. Nah, that guy. He stopped that for a long time. But okay.
I ain't had no cool hand signals,
Not this time. Okay. With the JC Penney, mall shot.
Hey, this watch from JC Penney.
There you go. And y'all already know who it is. I ain't even about to go into all that. Y'all know who I represent. Y'all already know it's Carolina Wrestling Cartel all day, every day. Welcome to Beyond the Bell.
He's Mr. Cream Pie Poppy, from what he says.
No, I'm not. I'm not the Cream Pie Poppy. Rayhan is the Cream Pie Poppy. I just support the Cream Pie Poppy, and I have been cream pied.
I'm sorry?
No, I beg your pardon?
No, Diddy.
No, I beg your pardon. You said you got what?
You'll understand it when you see the footage, bro. Once again, no Diddy. No Diddy. Yeah, no Diddy. Shout out to my boy Rayhan. Shout out to Yaya, the gifted one. Shout out to Darius Lockhart. Shout out to everybody over there at Ashe Wrestling. Go support Friday, April 19th, Cabarrus Center in Concord, North Carolina. Beyond the Bell should be in the building. I don't know. Should be. Let's see. Y'all pray for me. I might make it.
Yeah. Game day decision.
Game day decision. Look. Game time decision.
TBD.
GTD. Got the draws.
It's like, brother, why you still got them?
That was a question, though. I mean, but that could have been that could have been the night before.
I mean, technically, Tommy not getting the draws no more.
No, well, Tommy is. The actor. Thomas Ford. But Tommy Strong's still getting them draws up there, It
must be in heaven. I thought they transitioned together.
He getting them Pam draws.
The character ain't dead.
No, the character's not dead,
Until they say he is.
Yeah, if they say he died,
If they do a reunion movie or something.
Well, they did a reunion show, but they just
I saw that. Yeah.
But they did it to Thomas Ford, not Tommy Strong, who all this time had a job. It was amazing.
He was a dope man.
No,
you can't convince me of otherwise,
dude. He's a pimp. You literally saw his job on screen.
You mean with them kids?
Yes, he worked at the Children's Center, the YMCA. That was his actual job.
That's how he cleaned money. You know
how
Ghost and what's being had to wash and folds.
You know what? I actually went to my executive detail training with a cat who his grandfather was a part of the Italian mob, and he was saying that he was like you could tell he was trying to talk and say stuff, but he was like, one of the restaurants, we didn't really do too much business, but we was always in the black. I bet so.
Yeah.
Know exactly what y'all doing over there. But not serious
about all that.
Once again, we appreciate y'all rocking with your boys through the tough times and the hiatus. We won't be doing that no more though, because we missed y'all as much as y'all missed us. It's nice to be back. I mean, even though we eating on camera.
You gotta eat.
I've had a long day. I don't give a damn. Hey, y'all gonna watch me eat because guess what? I've been whooping ass and taking names all day.
All day.
Yeah. I had to get a guy that fell through the ceiling that was running from us.
He ain't fall through the ceiling, did he?
Somebody fell
He
through
fell through
the
the ceiling. That's what he get. That's what you get.
Really?
Stupid. Don't run from the badge. Don't do it.
He went head first and then he flipped upside down and landed on the floor.
Bro, and then they just dropped the new state trooper patrol cars for North Carolina. These boys got the 2024 Mustangs, the whole department.
Yeah, they hurting bad for people right now.
I know. I actually talked to one. He was like, "Well, I know you're doing security. Why don't you No, I'm good. My ankle's not gonna hold up chasing cats all day. Like if I would have never messed my ankle up, I might have woulda.
You ain't got to chase nobody. That's a choice.
I can't not. I'm sorry, but as soon as I see you running, the adrenaline's gonna get to pumping. Because like how I done called you with stories already, so I don't even have a hand up, and I got the thumbs up. That's how you see? Is that grape Kool-Aid? A bucket of grape soda.
This
grape soda.
It's cola.
Wait, is it cola? or is it Dr. Thunder?
Dr. Thunder.
No, I'm playing. It's Dr. Pepper.
Good.
Oh, hey, you got the name. Hey, you got the name.
We name brand in this house. What?
Yeah,
what? Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, you know what though? Now I take no. Wait, is there an off-brand something I can drink?
Crystalline.
I can't do that.
Crystal Light ain't off-brand.
Yeah, it is.
No, Crystal Light's an actual brand. Yeah, it's an actual brand.
It's off-brand.
No.
Off-brand.
Because it's off from the other brands.
No, it's not. What's the off-brand of Kool-Aid? There is one. I can't. What is
Flavor Aid.
Flavor Aid. That's off-brand.
That's how you know you came up in the trenches.
That's the one. That's the one where no matter how much sugar you put in it,
it ain't gonna taste quite.
You was drinking sugar water. There was no flavor. You could have used 8 packets of Flavor Aid and there was no flavor.
Mm-hmm. I've been there. Time was rough.
I know Powerade is a separate entity, but is Powerade the off-brand of Gatorade?
Yes.
100. Stop thumbs up it. I'm not even. Oh wait, you know what? It's on the belt. This belt is heavy. I'm about to put it down.
Yeah, I know your shoulder on fire.
As y'all can see, Mr. NXT is holding an AEW replica. Shout out to Revolution. You know, my man's the Stinger retired, and I got the exclusive 3-piece drawn. Hell of a curtain call. Darby is insane.
Insane.
In the membrane. His sons. There you go. His sons were cool. Buddy that was in the Wolfpack attire hit a mean Stinger splash, like got some hang time on him.
Yeah.
He jumped from about 3/4 away from
he did. That second, the first one was kind of that second one though. He was like, nah, let me put on for my pops real quick. Will Ospreay is just as good as advertised live. If you've never seen a live Will Ospreay match, do it.
Yeah. That's my second time seeing him live.
Konosuke Takeshita, and y'all notice I even said his name right because I had to put some respect on his name after he had the match. You said what? You think I would absolutely love that. I think he is one of their guys that they're trying to build up for a potential main event slot one day. I don't know when. But no, I can definitely agree with you for next in line.
You think he'll get there with Don Callis?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I don't know why, but I feel like it's cool that he's with him, but like you can only go so far with it.
I think they're gonna try and make Callis their Paul Heyman / Bobby Heenan / like their manager. That's because I mean, really, other than Nana, there's nobody that's gonna be associated with the world champ long term.
I mean,
that's it. That's if Swerve wins. I genuinely don't care. Because we really for the culture over here. So hey, if he wins, I hope Joe puts him to sleep, but that's neither here nor there. Because we're gonna talk. The only reason I'm rocking AEW right now is because we got to talk about the sad state of AEW not being able to follow up the massive momentum they had coming out of Revolution. Like,
to me, they still got the same problems that they
ever had. And it's like you would have thought that was supposed to be where they turned the corner.
Mm-hmm.
It's Tony Khan. There is no turning corner.
It is. It's Tony Khan.
There's only switching noses. That's it.
Yeah. But I still have the same question.
What's your question?
Why do they rent out a 15,000
and sell 3,000 tickets?
So
Right.
the
But
problem
they
is
only
this.
allow 3,000 tickets.
Yeah.
Well, the problem.
Can't get all over to be like 1,500, 20. Like why?
So the issue is this: one, I mean, your marketing is not really up to par. Two, these are arenas that were already booked, way out in advance. So, what your expectations were at one point, they're not there anymore. So that's why you're getting what you're getting in regards to attendance. Now, granted, when it comes to pay-per-views and all that stuff, yeah, they feel that arena up.
Mm-hmm.
Why it's like that, I don't understand. Still don't understand why it's like that. Then you also have to look at where they're going. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody really. I mean, AEW. In other words, WWE is who they are. Plain and simple. If they go to North Charleston, yes, they're going to fill it up. AEW, on the other hand, that's like, you know what I'm saying? That's like when you go out here and you vote, right? You know Charlotte, North Carolina going to come out strong because it's Charlotte, North Carolina. But if I go over here to bum F North Carolina somewhere, ain't too many people going to turn out.
I know AEW been
not the 20 people going to turn out.
But I'm just saying, you know.
Wait, did you say 20?
Some of these places that they go to, that is WWE country, really.
I mean,
but okay, but you know what though? It's crazy because it's not even necessarily now it is because WWE's on fire. But like that stretch where they were going into markets where for a while they were doing
2019.
decent. They were 2019, and then 2021, late 2021. Because that's like when me and you went, because we've been to what 3 shows now?
AEW.
Yeah. Bojangles.
Y'all been to 4
twice. 4.
Y'all been to 4. Well,
Bojangles,
are you talking about just
3,
regular shows, or you talking about pay-per-views and shows? Because I think so. Y'all been to
4. We've done 1 Charlotte and 2 Greensboro, right?
I've done 2 with y'all, and then y'all have
what
done.
What did you do with us? 4. You did. We did 2 Greensboro. I mean 2 AWs together.
Well, excuse me. No, you didn't go the last time. That's when me and Black.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So total as a whole, we've been to 4 AEW shows. Have we ever seen any of them not full?
No.
Collision.
I mean that Collision.
When you went to Collision, how was it?
Collision was it wasn't full.
That was Charlotte though. That was Bojangles.
Yeah.
So we've seen Bojangles packed before.
But it wasn't Dynamite.
That's before CM Punk came.
Yeah, but when y'all went this last time, it wasn't. So was it like what was the state of it? Like, was it decent? It was
sparring. It was sparingly placed. You had seats available in different areas, but it was enough to get by.
Was it tarped?
I don't think
on our end.
Yeah. Okay. So on the right side of us, I don't know, bro. They didn't tarp. I think it was just empty seats.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think it was just empty seats over there.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, okay.
I mean, it made Ring of Honor look good.
Yeah, Ring of Honor looked real good because they got the crowd.
Yeah.
Well, I would say that the Ring of Honor after the show, it died out and they cut the match lighting down to real dark, so you didn't see because a majority of everybody left because I didn't know they were doing Ring of Honor after. I was like, yeah, we ain't staying.
I'm sorry. Well, no, it's crazy though because we did that. When we did Bojangles, we stayed till Mox came out. And he was the last person on.
They hooked us.
We didn't get out of there till like midnight.
They hooked us,
and he went the wrong way. He didn't want to come near us.
And then we didn't even know who he was facing, so we was chanting the other guy.
Yeah,
like it was. Yeah, TJ.
But it was packed though.
It was packed.
It was packed.
But understand something. Revolution was packed, like to the gills.
Yeah, to the brim. That
I'm gonna be honest. I've been to Greensboro Coliseum. I'm not even gonna try and put a number on how many shows I've been to in Greensboro Coliseum, but I was there during the heyday, like of the Attitude Era, King of the Ring '98.
Yeah.
I've been to a couple of Raws, SmackDowns, pay-per-views. Revolution impressed me because even when there were blank seats, they were only blank seats because they were at concession stands or getting something.
Yep.
Like it wasn't like there was nobody there. It was packed.
So it kind of begs the question, how is it that you're able to pack that Okay, granted, it was Sting's
last match.
But
That is the only.
But even pay-per-views before that, they've been able to pack it up.
Has there been a pay-per-view since, or is Dynasty next, and that's the last, and that's it?
Dynasty
that's
is
since, that's the one since Revolution, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna see. Because the card's actually decent.
I think their pay-per-views do extremely well. I think their runs on
is it
the
week to week that's just
it's mid. I mean, my thing is too. I get the lighter schedule, but when you're a marketing,
don't say lighter schedule around Ospreay. You know he'll take offense to that.
Hey, I mean, he'll be all right. I mean, when you take the lighter schedule and you're not as, in depth. I mean, you got Wednesday, you got Saturday, and then you got Fridays. Are they still shooting on Wednesdays after?
I don't even know. I don't even know. That's the crazy thing. I don't even know their actual schedule anymore.
So, my thing is, you got so many conglomerates in one company. So you're shooting different shows. Okay, so Wednesday you shooting Ring of Honor and you shooting Dynamite. Then Friday you shooting Collision. No, excuse me. You shooting Rampage. Then you probably shooting another Ring of Honor.
I think they do Rampage after
Collision.
After Collision or after Dynamite?
After Collision. Dynamite, they do. Wait a minute. No, Collision, Ring of Honor, Dynamite, Rampage.
Okay.
See that, but to me, that's too much. And then I think you should stick with 2 shows. You're gonna do your Wednesday and you do your Friday or your Saturday.
You don't need Rampage anymore. Rampage has not been. The last time I watched a Rampage episode from beginning to end was when Christian beat Kenny Omega for the TNA World Title. That's the last time I watched one from beginning. Rampage from beginning.
That was the first one.
I don't think I've watched Rampage.
Wait, was that the first one?
It
was. I was about to say, wait.
So I guess in these markets, WWE has a chokehold on a lot of markets because they reach them at these live events, and their wrestlers interact more. So when you're in AEW, majority of the guys that you're going is mainly on the indie scene, and a lot of indie wrestlers you're not going to know unless you go to these smaller wrestling companies that go to AEW, and they're like, who the hell is Nick Wayne? I've never seen Nick Wayne a day in my life.
I don't really care who he is. Who is his mama?
Who is that guy? But my thing is, for more exposure, you would want to get these guys reps, but AEW is not heavily on story-driven content.
But
except for their top stars.
But they can't do house shows because they'll lose too much money. They will lose way too much money doing a house show circuit the way WWE used to, because WWE doesn't even do it the way they used to do it now. Right. But AEW I'm not gonna say they don't have the match quality, but they don't have the week to week.
They don't have the casual fan base.
They don't have the casual fan base, and they don't have the story that will make me say, okay, this isn't a TV match, but I want to go see this because I know they got beef. I know there's a story. They don't have that.
I don't know, Black. Can you maybe if they did that 2019?
Honestly, Black, if they did a house show at Cabarrus, it ain't got to be a Bojangles, because Bojangles is a little big for a house show for AEW. Right. But if they did a house show at Cabarrus and they brought the talent that's on, would you go? Would you go now versus 3 years ago?
I'll still go.
Okay.
I'll still go because I think they've established themselves here.
Right.
In Charlotte.
In Flair country. I mean,
and they did that because remember early on they were coming here frequently.
Oh yeah.
They were hovering around North Carolina every week, it seemed like. Yeah.
But they knew why they did that, because they know the market in North Carolina is wrestling history. It's the epitome. They went to the Smoky Mountain.
But it's funny.
You got diehards there.
But it's funny though, because even when WWE goes to Evanston, Wyoming, they're not wrestling fans. They're gonna go because there may be a few wrestling fans there, but then it's just it's something to do on Friday night. Yeah. So I think for AEW, they need to get back to doing what WCW did. Run the Southeast and run the South. Go crazy. Go crazy down here. Louisiana loves you.
Or just running out of Florida.
Georgia loves you. Florida. I'm gonna be honest with you. The way it's looking right now, it wouldn't be bad to get on a Florida circuit and just run Daly's place for a while.
Bro, run Collision at Daly's place.
Run Collision at Daly's place. You don't have to, because if you want Dynamite on the road, that's your flagship show.
That's understandable.
But run Collision that's actually a really good idea, bro. That's a great idea.
But I think what turns, and it's terrible to say this, but no, not really. I think what's also turning the fans away as well is TK and his sensitivity. Like, you don't have to respond to everything thing. You just don't. Even with the CM Punk situation, really, you didn't have to respond,
which is what we need.
Let him do. Look, if CM Punk, he got asked a question, he answered it. Whether I agree with it or not, who cares? But at the end of the day, you still worried about a man that's no longer there, and the footage that you showed was more detrimental to you than it was to CM Punk. Now, I will say this. It benefited Jack Perry for whatever reason. Because dude sold out his skate. They sold his merch out. And when he went to Chicago, it was just right on time when he went to Windy City in New Japan. And the crowd went nuts for dude. He played his heel. He played that to a T. Carrying the Chicago flag to the ring, doing all the CM Punk stuff, and they ate it up. But it didn't work out for TK, and it didn't work out for the Young Bucks, and it didn't work out for AEW.
It really didn't.
The Young Bucks are talking like it messed with us and all this stuff. Like, y'all wasn't even in the video.
Y'all weren't even in the video.
Like, I don't know where you were, but you weren't.
But it didn't. And that whole excuse of what you're trying to make it, how you showed it, was really irrelevant because that didn't really have anything to do with anything.
It didn't help. Like my thing is, you're saying, oh man, these guys, they had to follow up with this match. They went out there. They had to get their minds right. We had to be EVPs. Y'all weren't even truly being EVPs before this. Y'all weren't. I mean, what were y'all really doing to really get your mind messed up for a match that necessarily doesn't need a build? I mean, the BS excuse was pretty much BS. If you want to just say you was upset because CM Punk sat there and said some stuff, he was real, raw, and uncut. So my thing is, if you feel that way, bro, you could. I know you don't mess with Ari. I know you don't. That's cool. That's fine. But hey, go out there, do your own interview, and get your stuff off. You can do an interview, but you're gonna do it and give the time of day on your flagship show, and got made fun of. In the X world went nuts, and you got CM Punk more fans than anything, or more people sided with him.
I was already on the edge of, man, what you showing it for, and I hope y'all just playing. And then when you actually showed it, the one thing that I got out of it was, TK, you were not.
Where were you in fear for your life?
He got jumped, man. He's
I mean, but okay, so Black, you'll probably remember this. Ron, I don't know, because this was a while ago.
I remember.
This was almost about
15.
This had to have been about 15 years ago.
I remember.
TJ, you probably not gonna remember because you weren't really rocking with TNA. Black, do you remember the TNA footage that they claimed that they had of WWE infiltrating backstage? Yeah.
They call it God, what was the name of it? Because Dusty Rhodes opened up the door.
Oh,
yeah. And whoever it was had the Vince McMahon silicone mask on.
Yeah,
that's what I was thinking was gonna happen.
Yeah,
like not to that level, but I thought it was gonna be something like
a swerve.
Because Rey Mysterio was in it. Rey Mysterio was in it.
Yeah, like I thought it was gonna be something like that.
Yeah, they was in catering.
I thought it was gonna be something like that, and it was like, okay, this is a joke. You know, y'all not really
play it seriously.
But no, y'all really showed the footage.
Okay.
And then you showed the footage with no audio.
None.
Like,
my thing is, if you're going to show footage, why not you have shown that when it actually happened instead of you wait till this man is gone in another company because he hurt your feelings. So you just said,
just say that. I would respect TK as a man if he came out and said, this situation hurt my feelings. I did everything I could for that man, and he did what he
did.
And it just didn't work.
But if that's where he left it, I would have been like, you know what? From a male's perspective, I respect that because you dealing with it. But doing what you doing ain't dealing with it now, bro. You trying to put a little oil on a fire that it's already smoldered out. Like
so, as a man, I think as a man, if you're hearing somebody say things about you, you don't have to get so really much out of body, depending on what's being said. You don't have to get too much out of body where you on some tendencies.
Every time, I mean, like if you say something about him, or if you say something with a negative connotation about AEW, that man runs to Twitter.
He ain't said nothing about Pat McAfee. Why he ain't saying nothing to Pat McAfee?
You know why?
Cream pie, Poppy.
But no, look. Let me say something real quick. Because y'all know I'm an admitted scaredy cat. I don't fight. I can't fight. You know what I'm saying? Damn. So I identify with
love the honesty.
In a sense. Because if he was just like, yo, that man popped off and I was scared to death. Like, I don't want to be around him. I don't know if he's going to be cool to come out of a bag. So I got rid of him. You know what I'm saying? If he'd have showed this video when it happened, it would have made more sense.
Yeah. Because you let Punk go and do an interview.
Really if he was just like, yo, the fear for my life part was extreme. You're just like, look, I was scared.
You let Punk go and do an interview.
I'm me.
You let this man do an interview, and everything he said in the interview is what happened on film.
Yeah, if Tony Khan had a perfect opportunity to beat him to that, that showed the video months and months ago, but he did.
And Punk had no choice. You know, Ari knows what he's doing. Ari is messy. We know Ari is. Messy.
Yeah.
We know he's gonna ask some tough questions because even with the Cody Rhodes interview, CM Punk and Cody Rhodes interview totally two different things. Cody had nothing bad to say about Tony. He didn't share the same sentiments as CM Punk because he said, "Well, that wasn't my experience." But
put a pin in that. Do you think we're ever gonna get the story about why Cody really actually left AEW though?
No. Cody's a real business professional, and I think he's going to keep that tight to the chest because he know Dusty wasn't going to do that. Dusty wouldn't do.
I mean, Dusty had some messy. Dusty had some messy moments too, though. But okay, what's that?
So that's coming on the 3-disc set in 20 years.
Yeah, and when he retired.
Yeah, when he done, and they just retelling the story one more time.
Let's Tony start popping off.
The story that he finished at WrestleMania.
Yeah, it's like I got
adrenaline in my soul.
Oh, when AEW dies,
one lost to Cody Rhodes.
I'm looking at you, Black. Hold on.
Rest in peace, my tribal chief.
I'm looking at you, Black. What you got?
In regards to CM Punk, there was a question asked. There was a question that was asked in, hashtag, real fans, chop shop, you know what I mean, about in regards to CM Punk, how do we feel now about CM Punk? And I'm gonna say it like this: I stand on business. What I said is what I said.
Right.
And my thing is this: you can't tell me that everything that you've done, not one time you've been in the wrong or not in the wrong.
Okay, yeah, I ain't gonna hold you. It does always seem like, but to be fair,
hold on.
To be fair. Everything that they always try and say that he did or whatever, when the story or whatever comes out, it's usually on his side. The Colt Cabana stuff, like it's usually on his the Ryback stuff. It like everything that it comes out that he did or
but he ain't no saint.
No, nobody is. But
so.
I mean, you might have called yourself the Second City Saint at one point, but you're not a saint.
I guess my argument to add to Black was that because somebody in the chop shop, asked, would we change our perspective on the interview came out? No, because at the end of the day, he is not innocent. At the end of the day, we said nothing bad about Punk. It just Punk had to grow up in certain situations, and mentally, he just knew he had to know as far as him returning, him being away from the business for so long, certain things you got to step back from. You event in the locker room, you this, you that, and a lot of things, it's like it's not worth my time. Now, I mean, it took for him to explain that, but still, it's a level of accountability. It's still that Punk has definitely had problems in the past, and nobody's trying to crucify him for it, but you still have to be shown something different. If you show me this in the past and you show me your attitude, the way that you handle things, that a lot of people don't like you. I mean, people love you now. I mean, let's be real. I mean, when he came back to WWE, a lot of people dick ride him because they was talking all that smack when he was in AEW, and next thing you know, he came to WWE. Oh my gosh, he's here! He's here! Look, I was happy for his return, but
Bro, you remember Sharon knocked that chair over in the room?
Yeah, he was like, hold on. That
like, yo, chill, wait, now, hold on, bro. Live here, hold on.
He was like, it's throwing chairs.
Because it was lit. It was lit. I love to see it, but it's still an understanding of, I know that you have had problems in the past. I know as a man, you have messed up before, but you have an era for redemption. And I'm glad he's on the right foot right now. I mean, because at the end of the day, it just takes time. We don't know if he's gonna piss anybody off. But
so CM, and I'm gonna say that, and I want you to get your shit off. CM Punk is like dog shit.
Huh?
CM Punk is like dog shit. It seems like, you know, when you see it and you see it coming, you avoid it. But if you step in it, if you're around it, when you walk and you continue to walk down the street, the more you walk in it, the more you smell it. It travels behind you. You can't just wipe it off. Like it follows you. The trouble and it's crazy because I don't want to blame him, but in a sense, it's almost like everywhere you've gone, TNA, you had issues in TNA. WWE, you had issues. AEW had issues. You're back in WWE now. Hopefully, you don't have no issues. But it just seems like everywhere. Yeah. It seems like everywhere you go, the dog follows you. Like it smells every time you're around somewhere, and it's just like, when is it going to get to a point? Because like, is this his last chance?
Yes,
gotta be.
I don't think so. I think if something happens, TNA will throw a bag at him. I think TNA will throw a bag at him.
That's probably what got Scott. That's what got Scott D'Amore out of there.
Especially now that Scott D'Amore's not there no more. Oh yeah, TNA.
No, that was the problem. He was trying to throw the bag. They were like,
well, I'm talking about in terms of Anthem. Now they want to get to a point to where they can compete to be number 3.
Okay.
Like, and I mean, if you want to try and compete to be number 3 and possibly slide into that number 2 realm, it ain't a big. It's not. There isn't a bigger name. There's only 1, 2, 3, 3.5 names that if they left their company would be a bigger signing than CM Punk going anywhere. That's Roman, Cena, and Cody. And the half is Omega.
Okay.
I would say for the culture, knowing how MJF.
I don't think MJF would be bigger than Punk. Like it's funny because, and I only say this because I feel like he's plateaued. I feel like he's peaked in AEW, but we want MJF in WWE. But I'm not gonna watch TNA more if MJF goes and signs over there.
You think he'll sign with TNA before he signs with WWE?
No, so that's what I'm saying. We're not talking about in terms of just going to WWE. I'm just saying, like, if you left your company and you went anywhere, if Cody left WWE right now, everybody's gonna watch AEW. Like, is he going back? What is he gonna say? If it gets found out he's going to TNA, you're going back to TNA. They're not really anything. Why are you going? Roman could go to NWA right now, and NWA will be the number 1 view like on the CW app.
They get money.
Money.
Honestly, I would rather Roman go to TNA because we see TNA on a global aspect again.
Oh, Jesus. Well, listen.
Oh,
and that's the thing we got to kind of look at too prayerfully one day, that some of these vets are like, okay, I've done everything I can in WWE. Let me have my swan song in a smaller company and go help somebody else and get people over.
Is that what
I love that?
Adam Cole.
Yeah. No, I think that's what Adam is doing. He's also doing it for selfish reasons. He wants to go out the way he wants to go out,
and I think he's having fun doing it. I think once you're in the WWE.
Sorry, Trigger. You think he's having fun looking at a black tarped out hard cam side?
Yeah.
Doing the promo to nobody.
Yeah,
that may not bother him though.
yeah. I think the main thing is
Oh, no.
who he's
Maybe not.
wrestling, and he has a brand new crop of guys to go against. Like
That does. I mean,
I
would have
think
done
when
that
you
if he
can
would
wrestle,
have just been a special attraction and waited for some call ups from NXT too.
but that's not what he want. He want to wrestle every night, and he want to give it while he can give it. I get that
Give it. I'm not watching your matches,
because
but
he had
give
a
it.
banger with Penta.
Who?
Give it.
Now,
If you got it, to give it, give it. But I just think, I don't know. Like, I just can't see him going out there and doing his, come on, give it to me. Give it to me. Who are you talking to?
He's talking to like the camera people that's over there.
I mean, you know, they are
He
part
said,
of the-
give me the good angles, and we gonna be good. But creatively, he has a very big influence.
Yeah,
I would
he
say.
does.
But Tony, you could tell Tony trusts Adam because where Adam has been for so long, and Adam is a creative mind himself. And I think, I mean, you see a little bit of sprinkle of WWE that's
They
gone
should
visually
let
over
him do what they
AEW.
did with Danielson and let him get on a writing team and get on an agent role. But he doesn't want to be an agent right now, so that's kind of. But they definitely need to start pushing him to that way.
I mean, he's 50 years old. What are he supposed to do?
Be the TBS champion, or I'm sorry, that's the one.
TNT
TNT champion.
Man, change that belt.
The hose title.
Change that belt. But
If you know,
to go back to Punk. I mean, look, before I get to him, well, before I even say him, because I was going to say something about him, but then let's really face it here. Who really started this whole thing? And that's the person we're not pointing the finger to. And that's old Hangman Page.
Yeah,
He was the catalyst
Stop calling.
that started. Oh, well, Adam Page, excuse me. He was the catalyst that started this, going into business for himself.
On a promo.
Besides, not going by what they discussed backstage. Now, after that, that's when Punk was like, "Look, if you got a problem with me, pull up," and they pulled up.
Is that a? Do we blame that on Tony though, for letting
we blame Tony too?
As the owner, as the booker, as the person that's over this company,
Hell
you are to blame.
Because he's like Jerry Jones. Like at this point, Tony Khan is Jerry Jones. All the bad missteps that are drowning your franchise right now are your fault.
You're a Cowboys fan that understands that. You know.
Y'all know I'm the realist.
At least he's a real one.
He is personally. He's too involved and too emotionally attached and invested to everything.
That's why he has to dial back.
Yeah,
and me personally, I wish he would have hired Scott D'Amore, and you take a step back and let that man do what he do. Also, you had too many veterans back there for this BS to even happen.
Because it's like how it's like when you've been told. So let's face it off of reality, like our jobs. You tell your boss, "Hey man, listen, boss, I respect you. I respect this company. I respect the opportunity to work in here. But this motherfucker here, I've talked to him. I've been professional. I try to have a man-on-man conversation. We tried to have it level here.
No diddy.
I was levels above. I was levels above trying to be respectful, have a meaningful conversation, but it just wasn't connecting. But I'm letting you know, I need you to step in and handle this, because if you don't, I'm gonna
handle it the way I know how to handle things, and you don't want me to
handle it. If you let me handle it, it's a wrap, and you ain't gonna like me. I'm gonna take that championship. I'm gonna put a spray painted X on it, and I'm gonna
y'all remember, but y'all remember like the level of what I was saying during that run when it happened. Like it was so disrespectful. Like the way that Punk did everything he did on his way out the company, acknowledging Roman on the way out. The last image you see is Punk acknowledging Roman with a black X across the company's world title on the way out the door.
Yeah.
Is that really
Brock Lesnar too?
I really think that's what he was doing, bro.
I'm
gonna be honest with you, and I believe, and I'm a conspiracy theory guy. I believe in 9/11 conspiracy theories. I believe in JFK. I believe about the grass. I believe in a lot of stuff.
JFK and Martin Luther King conspiracy theory.
Absolutely. Martin Luther King didn't die, so he got in the hospital. But I definitely believe that. But we'll talk about that later. Yeah, we'll talk about that in another episode. We might have a conspiracy theory episode.
I'm down with it.
I'm gonna be honest with you. My Punk, I don't know if he was sent there or if he went there and was like, listen, I'm gonna do this, but when I do this, I need y'all to know that this is me coming back Like, I need y'all to know, hey, I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna show my loyalty to y'all. And because Vince is that petty. Because this was still during the time when, right before Vince was gone, Vince is petty enough to have worked that out with Punk. He was like, you know what? If you really want to come back, go over there and disrespect and shut down all that momentum they got. Go over there and get them on a high and snatch all of it away. Because now, when's the last time you watched Collision? Who said who?
When
Serena
Serena Deeb came back.
Yeah.
When she came back, you watched the whole episode?
That was the first one.
You watched that was the first one?
Collision is hit or miss. Like
this week.
When Punk was there, it was hit.
It was hitting.
I mean, but we understand why.
But there should have been and I know a lot of people don't like brand splits. I'm a big proponent. I love brand splits. There should have been a Dynamite and a Collision roster. It should have just been,
because now they're about to make these trio titles undisputed.
Dog, what I'm trying to figure out is why and not even to be funny, but why do the trios title? Because when you did the trios title, you crippled your tag team division. You had the best tag team division in the world.
And they're Ring of Honor tag team titles. So I mean, it's like, so you're gonna place them all together? Are your champs going to Ring of Honor to work too?
I mean, that why not? If they're gonna go, where else are they gonna go?
If they're undisputed, they got to hit every show.
Every show.
Look, let's be honest here, man. Ring of Honor died when Cody and them left.
It did.
Yeah.
It'll
never make a resurgence. I'll say never. Excuse me. Never say never in wrestling, but depending on if Tony is still over it. Oh hell no! Yeah, it's not making a resurgence.
Until we buy it.
And the loss of Jay.
Yeah.
The loss of Jay, and even before that, Jay, Marty Scurll getting into what he got into. That killed him. That hurt them. That basically crippled it. Because for a time, Ring of Honor was a Bullet Club glory hole. Like, we just gonna come in right here, do what we got to do, and we out. And then we gonna stick it right here, and come put it on the table, and then we out. Like that.
Bro,
that's just
them jokers, man. Look, they packed out the Cabarrus when they came in.
It was BCW. It was Bullet Club Wrestling. That was what Ring of Honor was.
And everybody got their shine because of that.
Yep. And then they left, and then things happened. Which, I mean, Ring of Honor was never gonna be AEW.
No.
Sinclair wasn't gonna budge on the television distribution deals. Like, it was never gonna be able to be on the level of what AEW is. But in terms of the talent, the story, because there was that stretch when AJ was there. When AJ was there against Jay Lethal, and they were trying to talk about who was the best in the world, and when Jay was going crazy. When War Machine was there, when the Hardys came back before WrestleMania,
now that version of the Hardys,
I ain't gonna lie, they were dope.
I saw that version of the Hardys live.
Yeah, because you were at that. Were you at that ladder match? I
was at the Supercard. Yeah.
Yeah, you were at the Supercard.
Yeah.
Bro, we are some well-traveled fans, dog.
We are very well-traveled.
Me sitting here like I've been somewhere.
Hey, you have. You've been, listen, you have been somewhere where some people have never been. You've been to a WrestleMania, my brother. So you know what? At the end of the day.
You've been to a WrestleCade.
I've been to two up.
And not too many people. Look, I know a guy that's a big-time wrestling fan that has wrestled, and he hasn't even been to WrestleCade.
You've been heard of it. Look, and not only have you been to two, you pulled a Drizzy Drake and went back to back.
Didn't I? Hold on. Can you see it?
And Chase Owens is his boy.
Look, so you are, and you drove miles for that, dog. Like you didn't come from Raleigh to go to Winston. You came from Virginia,
Richmond, Virginia.
Rich what?
Richmond.
Rich what?
No. You will not find it.
Sharon, you've been
talking to the followers. Love y'all.
You've been to WrestleMania, right?
No, we got to get him to win. We got.
This year was supposed to be the year.
This was the year, but the wedding and it's a lot. But I'm gonna say this though.
Oh, if we in Vegas, I don't give a damn. I'm going. I don't care what I got to do to get there.
Trigger, understand something.
I was going. How's it going now?
Look, he said he might sell a little ass. You know, he got to do what he got.
He
You said you don't care.
Piece of
Nah,
change.
show your devotion, son. You said you don't care.
Excuse me.
I'm Instacarting 60 hours.
This all you might get. That's all you might get.
Go to post you some feet pics. Look, they going for him, boy.
You might get some feet, all right? That's
They
all
going
you
for him. They buying feet pics.
That's all you get. Look, which
can't
one
give
you want?
them
You
nothing for free.
want this one? Or you want
You
this
gotta
one?
show your look. You gotta show your dedication, son. Because Mania,
I got
Mania,
10 them.
I ain't gonna hold you though. I've been to 7. Mania is not Mania no more. Like Mania is an extravaganza. Because I remember we sat floor at 17. I think my uncle said he paid like $225 a piece for our tickets on the floor, and we were like 12th or 13th row. Like you're not doing that no more.
Now about
5,000
easy.
On Location is murdered it for all because we had our seats at SummerSlam 4G.
Look,
Total.
I need Chair, Rhea Ripley, and someone else to come on with me.
Facts. Because what you gotta spend now, what you gotta spend, and I'm sorry, and I posted it on Facebook, and I was, if I gotta sit up in the 700s and stuff look like ants below, I'm not going. Like I look, all of a sudden you hear the bell ring, you like, who won?
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong, I understand being in the
or be up there with the lights in your face.
And then y'all chanting, we
Turn the lights off.
That's a personal problem. You should have got close to see.
That's where my boy was sitting. He went there. That's where he was sitting.
I mean, but
we was at
that was his first one. Hey, he had a blast.
We was at SummerSlam.
If we got the suite, depending on what suite we got.
Yeah, I'm with that. I'm with the suite. Because
there's some suite
luxury
were off.
But there's luxury that comes with that. Like you're not gonna be close when you purposely get a suite. So I'm fine with that.
I was in the suite.
Yeah, y'all was in the suite.
At 38, we was in the suite.
No, but the suite in 38,
yeah.
the suite in an indoor looks better than the suite in the outdoor, depending on how visually, if you don't have any obstructions. Yeah. With the link's obstructions were pretty
disrespectful.
Yeah, it's very disrespectful. Those obstructed views, that big tent that was on camera.
Dog. If you buy a ticket that says obstructed view, you are gambling with your life because I saw one. Let me see if I can find that picture, man. That man was.
You talking about he was sitting behind the lights?
Yeah, over the stage.
Yeah.
Over the stage.
Yeah.
Imagine buying that.
Oh, hey, and then you close to the pyro.
I was here.
And then you close to the pyro at that.
Where you in?
So I know you get your ears getting popped all night.
And it's hot. I don't think people realize how hot that pyro is.
Yeah,
like,
it's hot.
You can be far away. You can
you still
feel all of that.
Can you feel the heat?
Yes.
Oh, speaking of arenas, I know Nick came out today, and I know he said as far as moving forward, they're possibly going to look at doing May shows for Mania. He may look at a possibility for Mania going to May.
May?
In the case of if they're doing outside arenas, it was cold.
Just because of the cold. Okay.
Philly, though. Okay. You was in Philly though.
But no, because if y'all go to an outdoor in May, this pollen is gonna whoop your behind.
There's no winning with summer.
There's no winning with spring summer.
So I noticed when I went and watched Mania back, Cody was when he did the whoa, I saw all the cold air. I said,
so it was cold.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That first night.
And you wonder why the fans were so tired that first night because
it was cold. But so that's also my question though, because we've been pouring sweat. Like we was hot at SummerSlam.
It was hot.
The first half was hot. Like Blackout had on 2 shirts and was dripping through sweat. Hey. Would you rather be that hot or would you rather be cold?
I'd rather be hot. I'd rather be hot because I can take layers off. But when I'm cold, I have to add layers.
Layers.
If my layers aren't enough, I have to either go buy something or I'm gonna have to struggle with what I got on.
I don't know though, because man, that hot was different. Like it was so bad, my shirt was baggy on me. I was sweating so bad. I was like, "This is hot."
But let's look at it. you got to put all these layers on. Your finger's still freezing. You depending
That's the
on what
hard
shoes
part.
you,
I'm
depending
good
on
with the
what
rest
shoes
of
you
it.
got on.
It's this
Well,
that
bro,
they get
you got to look at you, bro. So when it's cold, your shoes
ankle,
for so
my
long,
ankle,
your ankle.
yeah.
Look, depending on
Yeah.
what shoes you got on, that cold get up in that shoe and it's sitting
Oh,
there.
I'm rocking Uggs. I'm rocking Uggs all
Whoa.
day. If we go to a cold anything, I'm Ugging that.
Hey, I'm giving you props, bro.
I'm Ugging that.
That was
listen.
struggle.
So you know what? I don't know if y'all understand, but I was 7 months post-op from an ankle reconstructive surgery when we went to SummerSlam. Like we did so much that weekend, like
except for the after party.
And you know what? I ain't even care. I was like, man, we gotta go. But dog, I remember how much I had to sit down waiting on the Street Profits because my ankle was just lightning.
Let me give you a story. WrestleMania, what was that? 33 in Orlando.
One of the great ones. Gosh, I missed that stage.
So at the Hall of Fame, I ended up getting bit by something. Don't know what it was.
A radioactive bug.
So it ended up swelling up my lower, like around my ankle, and it burned to the touch.
Ooh,
so just imagine walking that whole weekend and it burns, and you can't have nobody touching that leg. I didn't get wet until I didn't get better until I came back to Charlotte. Because I wasn't able to put my foot up nowhere.
Yeah.
I know
that was also the beautiful thing about being on the floor for some. Because imagine if we were in the stadium area and we was doing this, my ankle would have been done. I wouldn't have been able. We would have been done.
Just imagine him jumping up when Matt and Jeff come out and somebody hit his ankle.
Oh my God!
Are you still happy or are you pissed?
I'm pissed.
Which one you got to choose?
Hey, I was right there, boy, when they came out. I said, and it's so crazy because I'm like, man, I just saw y'all last night at Ring of Honor.
Pull the fast one.
But nah, in all seriousness though.
Hold on, my bad. I forgot to say. AEW will be running their Wrestle Dream pay-per-view from the Tacoma Dome in Tacoma, WA on Orangeburg. Oh, excuse me, I said Orangeburg. Lord Jesus.
You've been to work too long, bro.
You don't know how to do no promos, man. I'm lying.
You know what? No, you know what though? It makes sense because it's Daniel Bryan. Well, I'm sorry, Bryan Danielson. Like if you're gonna go somewhere, make sure that one of your headline superstars is from that place for a pay-per-view.
Does that mean Swerve wins the belt?
Yeah.
That's what I'm putting my mind.
I think that's it.
Yeah, I think
Joe's had a long of enough run too. Like I don't think because Joe was supposed to be transitional, I guess maybe, but I think Joe's had enough of a run now to where it's like, okay, it doesn't seem like a farce. Like you came in, you had a couple good matches, you didn't main event any pay-per-views with the title, but hey, whatever.
The main event W is weird anyway. You don't know where
you don't know sometimes, like
because they'll have a random, like Willow Nightingale versus somebody in the main event, like, and we just like cool women's main event, but
and that was actually a good match though.
It was a good match though.
What's her name?
No, I ain't talking about the one that just happened. I'm just talking about
Rio
randomly. Just grab something and throw it at the wall.
Right.
But you know what though, but I will say this to speak on the state of AEW. The one great thing they have going for them now is their women's division.
Yeah.
Which at one point we were like,
I mean, other than Mercedes, that promo saying that you were going to be back, whatever she said, that was hot garbage. It was terrible. Excuse me, but you got Tony, you got Timeless Tony still doing her thing, phenomenal work.
Best thing in all of AEW.
You got Sky Blue, who was cooking for a little bit.
Yeah.
And I say Sky Blue because that automatically segues into
Julia
Hart. She's killing it right now.
Yeah.
Willow Nightingale's killing it. She was a great signing for them because they needed a talent that was like every company needs a lovable baby face. Because AEW really doesn't have one.
They need a Bailey.
They need a Bailey, exactly.
And at one point, we had a Bailey, Kylie Ray.
Yeah, but
she didn't last long when she left. Well, it is.
Chris Jericho. You
Who
know,
knows? I mean,
Who knows? He knows.
I don't know. She got a knock at the door and was like, "Hey, I don't know."
you know, I'm just saying, and in this era, that's not okay. So you know,
Right.
I'm sorry, I'm not letting. But it's crazy though because there's so many who survived the Me Too era that are still signed over there that got no kind of backlash. You know, Darby went crazy after the whole allegations and got titles and like it was like, oh, I'm invulnerable. But and that's not to, you know, I hate talking about that, but it needs to be brought to the light that there's still a very terrible stigma about you know the safety of our professional wrestling women, our superstars. They're not being protected the way they should be. But you got your Willow Nightingale.
Yeah.
This honestly would have been the best time for Jade now.
Yeah.
This would have been the best time for her to be spotlighted and showcased over there. But, you know, she's no longer there. She's in WWE, so it is what it is.
Where's Britt Baker? Just chilling?
Hurt.
She
hurt.
Yeah, she hurt.
She
Yeah,
hurt.
she
Hurt. Yeah.
Still, Jamie Hater.
Jamie Hayter, which is
Jamie.
crazy because, man, she was so over when she was champ.
God, she was.
She was over. Waiting on her to come back. You know, Ruby Soho just announced her pregnancy, so you know, congratulations.
And I didn't know they were a couple in real life.
I didn't either.
Real? That's real?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was like, hey, they announcing it in the ring, you know what I'm saying? I know that mess was on camera, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, that's real.
Yeah.
So her and that dude
Angelo.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're really together. Am I missing anybody? Serena Deeb is back.
Serena Deeb.
Love that.
I like this Queen. What's her name? Queen
Amara.
yeah.
Love that.
Liking her.
Love that. And then, you know, the Ring of Honor ladies, if you watch Ring of Honor, you know.
Billy Starks and them.
Billy Starks. Shout out to Billy. You know, we've been rocking with her since her
her
GCW time. So, you know, shout out. But that's the shining grace about AEW is now it seems like, I don't know if it's because Kenny Omega took a step back from booking the women or what, but it looks much more promising for the women right now. I think they need to get rid of the trios belts.
Yeah.
I think
the best run was House of Black. That
was it.
To me, House of Black is jobbers, right? Like,
which is crazy because, you know, Alistair just wrestled his first singles match like last month in 2 years. Like, that's ridiculous.
I thought go ahead.
You wrestling it. I mean, Adam.
Yeah.
I was looking on X. I was like, you know, Buddy, you know who has some real great matches with Roman? Buddy and Roman was putting on
Roman. That I'm gonna be honest with you. I think that those are Roman's best performances pre-Tribal Chief.
Yeah.
Like, because the way he was selling, he was selling hard for Buddy. I was like, Roman looks really good right now.
They made each other look very well. Very well.
In the words of Vince, they made each other look strong. They both came out looking strong.
Honestly, I think we'll probably get Buddy back in WWE.
Nah, Buddy's coming, but I think I'm gonna be honest with you. I think the whole House of Black goes. I think they bring Brody with him. I think they bring Brody with him.
Honestly, I wouldn't mind seeing Julia.
Oh yeah, I think everybody goes. I think everybody goes. I think Brody fits in with Uncle Howdy in that stretch of like, if instead of like an Eric Rowan, you put Brody and Braun together, and you give us Uncle Howdy and Sean Spears and.
Well, shoot, you can still do Eric. So do Eric.
I mean, I just never been a fan of his work or his ring work. So it's you know what I mean. Like it's a bias.
And then possibility of Matt Hardy going back.
So it's weird because question.
The teasers for Uncle Howdy.
Question.
Broken Matt.
Does Broken Matt work under Triple H?
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't truly know because. I don't know how
we haven't seen a supernatural element with Trips yet, so we don't know how he'll do it. But he did come up with the Ministry of Dark. He came up during the time of the corporate ministry and the Ministry of Darkness, so he knows what to look for to do it. But I mean,
he kind of even in the documentary, he kind of said it was just kind of hard. But I think he elevated Bray's more visual aspect as far as letting him. Like, hey, bring this idea, let's broaden a little bit, but let's let it translate in the ring. And I mean, he said that in a documentary. I wanted to be amazing on television, but I needed to correlate in the ring. I needed to bring it all together. And I think that's where Undertaker did so well at too, is bringing that in. I think Alistair really does a great job with
that's who we need back in WWE though. Alistair Black needs to come on back home. Like especially if they're gonna from the rumors are
he's leader of a faction, no doubt.
NXT is apparently supposed to be being elevated back to a third brand now. It's no longer
arena third brand, or we still
arena. They're apparently Triple H. So apparently there are people from the main roster eligible to be drafted to NXT permanently. And they're supposed to be re-elevating NXT to a third brand. The way it should have been. Because we all remember the best Survivor Series, in my opinion, ever.
The NXT, when NXT.
That NXT year, bruh, that whole card. Even when Roddy won, I was like, oh, okay.
They doing this for real.
And like I said, I know AEW and NXT are totally different, but it's crazy that as far as developmental, they have amazing, like everybody can say, NXT has literally the best women's division as far as coming in, upcoming, young, even though some are green, but some are very much picking up on it. Jada Parker,
listen, bro. If she gets great in the ring, she's gonna be up there with Jade and Tiffany Stratton and Sol Rucker. You know who I can't.
Lola Vice. If Lola get her personality,
I think Lola's gonna be a long time NXT person, though. I think so. I think so.
I see where both of you coming from, because you know what I'm saying. I know they're not really about the sex appeal anymore, but she's got that in spades. So that can translate to the larger audience, but her in ring ain't.
It's all right, but it's
developing and developmental.
Trick. I would say this,
and let's switch gears and get to the NXT talk before we get off. Let's do that.
I would say I don't too much care for Dave. I think the context of what Dave was trying to say
was the truth.
Was very true, because Trick is very green. He is like a green Booker T in the ring.
And when you put him in the main event, it shows.
Yeah.
And that's just unfortunate but like they said, Ilya can make anybody look good.
Yeah, Ilya.
Carmelo's not there yet. He's not the guy that's going to make anybody look good. He's the guy that can have great matches, but him and Braun had a couple of.
Him and Braun's matches were my least favorite. Their whole interaction was, I thought it would have been their second matchup was great. First one at Stand and Deliver.
Yeah,
no.
Yeah, I agree. I like Trick all around.
So don't get me wrong, I like Trick.
He's gonna be a star.
He's gonna be a star. I'm not a big fan of his promo work. I'm not. I don't hate it.
I think he kind of gets that.
On his words and nothing. I mean, he sound a little like
I think
he fumbles, but I don't think he stutter fumbles. I think it's more like he tries to figure out where to say things. Like, it seems like he's not necessarily reading them from a script, but he's got bullet points, and you can see that he's trying to remember the bullet points, but he's trying to make them. He's not suffering succotash Roman, but he's post leukemia promo Roman, where it's like, you're not terrible, but you're not great either. In ring, he's developing. He's in developmental. Yeah. He's developing.
Right.
He has a LA Knight moveset.
He has an LA Knight moveset without the crispiness.
Yeah. His is he is more very impact than agile.
Yeah.
It's more, it's very stiff, because he's athletic, but it doesn't give athletic moveset in the ring.
It don't give it's not. So when you said Booker, I don't even think it's Book. I think he is. I'm trying to. No, he's not. He's not. He's. You know who he is? He's Matt Morgan. He's Matt Morgan.
Okay.
He's Matt Morgan. He has the size, but the moves, they either look really impactful or they look sloppy. Right. Like, it just, you know what I mean? Like, it's either or there isn't like a consistency all the way through the match. which is where we're supposed to be with this. He wasn't doing this 3 years ago. So where he is now is where you would expect him to be. So Trick's been training for 3 years now.
Honestly, put him in a
been on my TV for 3 years?
No, he's been on TV for 2 though.
Oh, okay.
But more of a talking piece with Melo, and then he got into in-ring.
Yeah.
I think if you put, because we know Trick is not moving in the draft, he ain't ready for
Trick needs to stay another year.
Yeah,
give him a year and call him up after next Stand and Deliver.
Yeah.
But give him ample time. But bring down some people that can work with him.
Put him with either Baron or put him with Dijak. Because them boys gonna put
dog. And you know what? No, we got to talk about Dijak real quick. Dijak deserves some NXT gold before he retires.
NXT MVP, right? To me,
because that man
MVP.
You talk about he is Mr. Banger in NXT. That
He's
man
the famous of NXT.
That man don't miss.
Because Stand and Deliver,
you put him in the ring with.
Because Stand and Deliver,
dog, that triple threat was that triple threat was litty. That it was. I ain't gonna hold you.
That was almost match of the night.
I think that was actually the weakest Stand and Deliver we've had, but their match was great.
Yeah. That just how they set it. Oh man, Oba's gonna be crazy.
Oba's gonna be where they wanted Velveteen and Big E to be.
Yeah,
he's gonna be that guy.
He's so comfortable on the mic.
But that's what's scary. Because it's like when you don't want to measure, because I don't like when they compare black talent like that, because then it just puts us in a box. But you look at him and then you look at Trick, and it's like he doesn't have the aura that Trick has, but he has everything else.
He's more athletic than Trick.
Yeah, but he's so powerful. You know who he is? He's a black rookie year Brock Lesnar. He's explosive. He's agile, mobile, hostile.
And that's what
he wants some more.
I need Gunther versus him ASAP soon.
I need Braun first. I need him and Braun. I want big meaty men. Slapping me.
No, that's what I was gonna say on last episode when we was talking about big men. You know what I'm saying? I was like, Obafemi probably gonna be the next one, but I ain't get a chance to pop that off because I knew we was talking about NXT on this one.
Oba's a hoss. He is.
And if he lose, I'm gonna tell you this right now. If he lose to Ivar, I'm cutting that mess smooth off.
I don't think he's gonna lose Ivar.
Ivar
gonna do it right.
I think Ivar's down there to give him another credible opponent, but also somebody who can make him look good.
That's fine. But if he
I don't think
Oba touches a pin.
I don't think Oba loses that title. I think he loses it in like a triple threat or a multi-man match. I don't think
he the pin.
He's not gonna get beat for a while.
Good.
Hey, the young OG gonna have to get that. I feel like if he don't get the NXT within a year, the championship, because that match with
North American or the actual NXT.
I feel like
I think it's Trick
North American, and then Trick should get the NXT championship.
I think in terms of championship, I think it's Trick, D'Angelo, and I think Tony turns heel and then beats Trick down the line. Because I don't know why, but they're really high on him. They're really high on him.
Oh yeah, because Tony is. I love Tony.
Do you?
I love Tony. Yeah, I think his character can translate on the main roster, but I don't know how long it would, because
I was about to say,
are you going to bring Stacks up?
Okay. Yeah. So Stacks, you know who Stacks is? Stacks is Carmella when Enzo and Cass came up and they left her there. If he goes up and they leave him there for a little while and then he comes up with him later, I'm fine with that. But Stacks not ready.
Yeah, nah.
And then the new guy, whatever my brother, and y'all know I'm Mr. NXT, but that new I don't know his name.
Luca cast or something.
Now
Luca
Doncic
Jr. Yeah.
I will tell you this: they better be on the lookout for Nathan, because if Seth is gone for a while, Nathan Frazier is going to light.
Nathan is the heir apparent to Seth Rollins, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I think Axiom should arguably be the next masked wrestler that they try and hitch a wagon to.
Honestly, put him. I mean, he can't. I don't think he's talked on the mic.
Yeah, he has. He's done backstage work. He's done backstage.
Like in front of the crowd. I mean, because I could see a hell of a program between him and Ricochet.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
But
that's where you would need a television title or bring the cruiserweight title back.
But bump all them niggas. I want to see my boy Wesley come back like stronger than ever. Listen here.
Does Wesley come back? When Wesley comes back, is he now too big for the North American Championship?
Hell yeah. He's coming back for the NXT Championship.
Big or...
Bro, he's coming back for the NXT Championship because he got to get that. He got to get that before he leaves. Okay. But it all depends on who's holding it, where we at storyline wise, and then how long is he going to be there before he goes to the main roster? Because we got to get Wesley on the main roster. But depending on his post-injury, how he does.
I don't know if he's main roster.
He broke his back.
I mean, if he's main roster, it's because spinal. Look,
you got to go to Raw. You got to go to Raw.
He's got to go on a show opposite of Ricochet, though. They can't be on the same show.
No. I'm kind of getting tired of
I was just about to bring up Roxy.
I'm kind of getting tired of Roxanne. I ain't gonna lie, it's falling real flat for me. I'm sorry.
Are you done?
I think I'm tired of seeing Roxanne on NXT. She may need to change the scenery.
Are you tired of seeing her on NXT, or are you just not a fan of hers?
I'm a fan, but then sometimes it gets overly cringy. Sometimes I think, to me, sometimes it's the nagging voice. The nagging.
It's her voice.
Her voice nags.
So would you rather see Cora Jade in her spot?
Damn. Not doing the same.
I mean, because I'm going to be honest with you. And TJ, you're probably not going to like this, but I'm just glad that it's not Lyra Valkyrie anymore. Like, her run.
That fell flat.
Bird Lady fell flat.
I love the Bird Lady.
She just fell flat to me. And it's sad.
I mean, I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm going to be real. You know,
I want to see what Lash gonna do.
But I'm also a Blair Davenport fan, like crazy, and I felt like she should have been the next one. Heel.
I thought she was.
I thought she was next, bro. I thought she was next, and then they gave it to Bird Lady, and I was like, okay, let's see what Lyra can do, because she got the endorsement from Becky, so I was like, well, maybe.
She did what she could.
Because I ain't gonna lie to you, like if that was them trying to get her ready for the main roster. She gonna stay down another couple months.
Well, first, I don't think she touching the main roster, because my thing is, I think as far as transition wise from NXT to the main roster, we haven't had much success lately. But I mean, because if you're not a bona fide star, Tiffany, I would say Tiffany in recent memory from NXT has come up and has done her thing on the main roster, and hasn't had a pushback. Like Kaden,
Tiffany, Grayson Waller,
Bianca.
But no, we talk about like recent. Yeah.
Tip from 2.0 to now.
Yeah.
Tiffany, Grayson Waller. Braun's gonna be good.
Carmelo's gonna be good. Carmelo's already been put in prominent matches.
Sprinkling these people in there.
Yeah, and I love that. I'm glad that they're sprinkling instead of doing how Vince does, call 6 people up at one time, and now you don't care who got called up because there's not enough.
You know who about to get cut?
Who?
I think. Now this is what I've heard. I know that they changed. Like kind of like they do progress reports now a little bit. Like, hey, we want to try to help you here, try to get you better here. Mm-hmm. I think Cameron Grimes. I don't think he's going to last much longer with the company.
I think he's going to be included in the Uncle Howdy stuff.
You think so?
That's the only way.
That's the only way he survives. Honestly,
the only way he survives. Because if not, I think you're right. I think he's gone because they repackaged him twice and it did nothing.
If they don't put Joe Gacy in there, I'll be pissed.
So it's crazy because it's like I'm starting to love Gacy by himself. I
do love it.
I hated that Grizzled Young Veterans left. I'm happy that they're in TNA doing great things now, but I hate it when they left because Schism was starting to get some momentum. I'm glad Ava, and shout out to Ava because she is definitely a phenomenal GM on-screen character. I love what she's doing. Shout out to Sean for getting her comfortable. But I think because when Joe Gacy, because y'all know Sean Spears is my guy, but when Gacy beat him and Stand and Deliver, I was like, I'm okay with it.
Oh yeah. Which I would love. Sean has lost the last 3.
Yeah, 2.
Has he lost to Ridge? No,
he beat Ridge. He beat Ridge the whole time, but he lost to Gacy, and then he lost
before that.
Yeah. I'm fine with Gacy joining the stable, but I'm starting, and I love his theme song, bro.
It's beautiful. That's one of my
It's-
favorite
it's a-
songs on 2K.
So it's crazy. So his and I don't know. I may be in the minority. I don't care. I can listen to Pretty Deadly's theme like
Oh yeah.
for out. Like when it comes on, I be in the car on and on. I be.
So
I
my
rock
thing
with
is,
it.
I don't see how y'all didn't like Maximum Male Models.
I don't know because I
Listen,
loved Maximum.
I
Listen,
thought it was funny. Like everybody used to come on to you like, bro, these guys. I said, bro, it was funny.
I mean,
It
it
was
was
funny.
titillating. Like I don't know why people didn't like it. You know, I loved Maximum. I was hurt when they took them out of 2K because I was like, gosh, I would have
And
used
then
them
Brian,
this year.
"Ah."
Yeah.
Up in GCW.
Yeah, or nah, DPW. Oh wait, did they go to GCW too?
I thought that was GCW too.
It did go to
Oh.
GCW.
Hey, listen, go no,
they're
but
all
you know
over.
what? But you know what? That's what Mansoor needs. I don't know about Dio. I don't know about Matt because you know, but that's what Mansoor needs. He's
He's been
to
good
go,
in the ring.
and he needs to go travel and cut his teeth because it was India, WWE. That's it. No,
Hey.
go cut your teeth out here and go get you some. Mansoor's one of those guys that could come back down the line.
Hey, another one that could come back. Shout out to Mustafa Ali doing his damn thing.
I'm gonna be honest. I think Mustafa is gonna end up.
He said Mustafa. That's not how you say it.
I think
Mustafa.
Mustafa is gonna end. No, like not even joking. I think he's gonna end up back, especially with him
with that character
and hulking up.
But my thing is, that's the character he's been trying to get over for so long, and they shut the idea down.
Vince.
I'm like, Vince. I said, bro, the political character. I said, you've done
it before.
Shit. You've done stuff about bombers.
Vince,
you changed the whole man's life.
Vince stifled him creatively. I see him coming back eventually, or going to AW, because WWE is not the end all be all.
Hey, so I think he's going to be the next Matt Cardona.
Okay, I'm cool with that.
On the
do we see? I can
see him being the indie guy because his pool right now is crazy. It's crazy. And then I would say this, Nick, TNA, he doing his damn thing. Somebody who can retire, Matt Riddle, he can just hang him up. I don't even care no more.
So Matt kind of hurt himself losing and just getting out of the ring and no selling.
And no sell, what?
Like
that's what Austin Aries did all them years ago.
And then where'd you see of Austin Aries after that?
Nothing.
No way.
I don't know what he had now. I think I seen him at the Publix.
He's a ghost.
Not at Publix.
Yeah, I seen him at the Publix.
Where the Western Union?
The Western Union.
Yeah, he was at the ATM machine.
Trying to scam.
I was trying to give me a 2-piece with some mashed potatoes. I was like, is that awesome?
I think the evolution of the boom era that we're in right now, and how social media, I think this is the best time as a professional wrestler to be in, because now social media is your promo, is your promo practice. Like The Rock, when The Rock was going on his tour through WrestleMania, he utilized social media for 15 to 20 minute videos, and they to me they slapped better than the promos that was on TV. Because like y'all said, yes, like on the last episode, it's like you were fishing. It wasn't The Rock that comes like this.
Yeah,
you had to think about it. Nah, like when you have these promo videos, how I think they started switching up a little bit, like with the Pride, when they did their little video, more these in-depth videos. I think they connect more to the audience, and then they work on themselves more because they get comfortable in front of that camera. And I believe it should constantly elevate. It should constantly get you in there and say, hey, you can reach a broader audience on this. Jada don't even got to do a promo. She just show, she just do a little turn and spin, and and that's
yams is all I know.
Can I get to the yams? Yams. Show me the way, cause I got to today. Can I get to the yams?
Well.
It's just
had us on a chokehold for a while.
That song had it, bro. We was going through some things.
Chokehold.
Chokehold is not the word. What's the word?
We was walking around WrestleCade singing yams, like
I'm saying. For nothing, playing the song on repeat.
Yeah.
And all I call.
Hey, can we get them to make us a theme song? We might have to get my mans to get us one, because I'm sorry, but we gave Yams at least 1,000 plays over that weekend.
Yeah, Yams definitely was in top 10 songs played all that year.
Oh yeah, big facts. But I think NXT now the Stand and Deliver is over. And we're gonna talk about this past week, next time we hop on. But I think now the Stand and Deliver is over. The Braun Breaker Carmelo Hayes 2.0 era is officially over.
Yes.
NXT 2.0 has officially died. It's the white and gold era now. Shawn Michaels has officially branded Trick Williams. Ilya should be leaving soon and going up to the draft. So
he's
Tony D'Angelo, Ilya, Tony D'Angelo, Trick.
Roxanne might go.
I guess maybe Ridge Holland is going to be a part of those plans. I'm not sure, because he's been featured prominently. Yeah. I don't know what they're going to do with Joe Gacy, but and Obafemi. But I definitely think it's Trick, Tony D, and Obafemi. And Javon Evans is going to be
a star.
That was a star-making performance. If you know what we're talking about, you know.
They know what they was doing when they signed the young OG.
Yeah, they knew
when they signed Brody. Look.
Which is crazy. Remember, I told y'all about it like months before it happened. It was like, but he's gonna be nice. He's gonna be nice.
Look, hey, get your eyes on DPW, because guess what? DPW shooting them update, bro.
Don't worry, bro. We're gonna have my man's on here very soon. We're gonna have him on here very soon.
But let me tell you something. Let me tell you something I'm loving about NXT right now, because y'all will remember, because I said that stuff either on chats or on here. But Tony D and Trick Williams were two people I did not think were going to go far at all. Personally. Yeah. I was like, what? They named a black dude Trick Williams? And
Tony D was the weakest. Tony D was the weak link in that War Games.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He was the weak link in that OG versus the 2.0 versus black and gold War Games. He was the weak link. And now you look at him. I still don't really rock with him. But, hey.
It's still a cheesy character, but they have what's the word I'm looking for? They gave it some legs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The family is cool.
Second man with the girl, with the consigliere. You know what I'm saying? They making it as Godfather-esque as they can. But like when it started, it was cheesy because he came out.
Yeah.
It's just like
the FBI knockoff.
Right. But then he turned into the John. He settled himself down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying the character is believable, but it's more than it was when it started.
Right.
So I'm just like, hey, Shawn Michaels doing his doggone thing down there with these people.
Roxanne, Tatum Paxley, I guess Lyra for now. I don't know. Sol Ruka.
They need to send Maxine down to NXT.
Absolutely. I think she'll probably get drafted down. Now that we're probably going to get a heel Chad Gable, I think they'll probably draft her down there, let her get some reps in. Because we've seen it work with Mandy, where you go down there, you get in some character work, and you get some reps. You do the Florida circuit, because that's the thing also, is a lot of these people have to you can't learn to work a TV audience without working a TV audience. Yeah. So let them get some of this Florida circuit, touring going on where they're wrestling 3 times a week instead of just once a week. Right. And let's see. But I think NXT is in good hands. I'm definitely interested to see Trick's development over the next 6 months. I want to see you've given him the music, you've given him the entrance, he's got the wardrobe. Can he put everything else together? Can he put the ring work in together, and can he continue to get better on the mic?
I'll tell you this, he need to change them tight ass tights. I'll tell you that. I said, bro, this thing a little bit too tight. I said, bro, put some
stop focusing so much on that man tights, bro. Because they short too, so like you can only look in certain areas. So like, just don't focus on the.
I'd be like, I said, bro,
look, I just don't watch. I don't want to watch.
I thought it was funny when he got lost on the way to the ring.
Bruh, and it's little stuff like that.
That was funny.
That's what developmental. That's what black. So he actually got lost. So the behind the gorilla shot that they do when you walking out to the curtain.
Yeah.
He got lost.
He turned the wrong way and said, "Oh my god."
Yeah. You'll see it when you watch, bro. It was like to us, it's noticeable. To the regular fan, you're like, oh, but no, to us, we've seen that.
It looked like he was in the Euro step.
Yeah. Yeah, it was wild. It was when he did it. I was like,
that was too funny. I was like,
like
how
you're not making me look, wrong when I'm saying what I'm saying. I definitely want to see what they do with the tag titles, because AOP going down there in Final Testament is going to be interesting. Like I said, Karrion Kross had unfinished business in NXT. AOP had unfinished business in NXT.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what they do with that. They'll probably end up squashing Frazier and Axiom, which it makes sense. But I mean, really, other than that, NXT is now entering a new era, and I'm curious and ready to see what this era is gonna bring, because we went black and gold. Black and gold died earlier than it should have. 2.0 just and then it went to the white and gold era, and it was like, okay, I see where y'all are going, but now we're at that point to where this is about to be kind of reminiscent of Black and Gold Part 2, hopefully after the draft when we get some more established talents down there, and hey, let's get it watched.
Right.
It's going to be interesting to see, but it's a quick note, Lyra and Roxy actually was the second longest match at Stand and Deliver.
Good. Yeah. Let them get some shine.
I guess. I can't. Yeah, I guess. Side note, they're getting a mid roster. Women's
North American.
Yeah, they're getting a women's North American championship. Interested to see who that's gonna be.
They better bring. Well, we already know who that's gonna be.
Who you think?
Go.
Who?
Gullah.
Julia.
Gullah. She signed with She's showing up there. I don't think she's
showing up. She said she can't announce anything officially yet. So she's showing up.
You that day or the other day?
Yeah, the other day. But we know. We know, but until we see, because they're big on doing contract signings and stuff on TV now. Until we see what they have. I think she'll get it. I think they're gonna end up pushing her as the next Asuka in NXT. She's gonna yeah, that's what's gonna happen, because Jade's not going down there, so it's her.
They better keep that same energy, and they better bring a mid card to the women's division on the main roster. But
if they do, they got to get rid of their tag titles. They got to. It's time. But all they need to do is just give NXT back their tag titles. They should have never took the women's tag titles from NXT.
Yeah.
My thing is, if you're NXT tag champions, you just go across all three brands.
Just go across all three brands.
Or just don't call it. Just call it the WWE Women. Don't know. I'm sorry.
Yeah, just leave it as the NXT tag champs, and you can travel, because now we know you're getting reps.
You're the only set. Yeah.
You're the only set.
Yeah.
But the WWE, when you're called the WWE Women's Tag Champs, you have to show up on all three brands, because you're the W. But if you're the NXT champs and you pop up on Raw one week and you're on NXT next week, and then you're on NXT next week and you're on SmackDown after that, it's okay, because you're not expected to be there.
Well, never mind. Because so I guess my question to y'all would be, to not get long-winded on this, for a mid-card title on the women's main roster, are you only doing one, or do you doing one for Raw, one for SmackDown? Or are you doing one?
One.
Well, because I think it's going to overcrowd the scene with too many titles.
It will. One.
Do one. I was going to say two, but it depended upon how the draft is going to go. Are they going to do it like when they first did it, where you had brand loyalty?
I'm thinking Triple H is going to do it, because we have to be honest. We have to be honest. That was when Trips was at his peak. When it was brand. I mean, don't get me wrong. The game was cool in '99 and 2000, but Reign of Terror Triple H is his peak.
A menace.
And that's what I'm saying. If you're gonna do that, then do two.
I think you still only need one, and have it be somebody you want focus on, like a Dakota Kai.
Because let's look at it. Raw doesn't really showcase women like
they don't.
that.
And inside of 3 hours, they don't. It don't make sense.
Let's be realistic. We probably get maybe a tag and a singles.
Yep.
Probably just a tag.
But for the mid card, a name, if you're trying to focus on a Candice LeRae, a Nikki Cross, if you want to give Natalya something to do, if you want to give Nia Jax something to do, and still keep her dominant if she's not going to win the women's world championship. Shayna Baszler. That's what that belt is for. That mid-card belt. If you get one, now you have her go across both shows and have her go on that NXT dominant Shayna Baszler run. Yeah. But that's going to be interesting to see how they do the NXT mid-card women's champion, because who's to say it's not going to be a veteran that gets that belt first?
True, yeah. Especially with the draft coming up. So
I think we're all just kind of skimming water right now until the draft.
Yeah.
This is the post-Mania downturn where we've hit the peak, and now we're waiting for the draft is going to be the next thing. Not to mention we got King and Queen of the Ring coming. Mm-hmm. We got Money in the Bank coming. Then after that, SummerSlam. We got so much coming that it's like we just got to get to the draft, so then we can start to see, okay, your stories are about to start showing up.
Yeah.
It's all going to go.
Yep.
Oh, dang. Freddie Prinze Jr. has officially started shopping his new wrestling promotion to network.
Yeah.
Okay, that's nice. Nobody's going to watch because all you do is talk.
I'm
saying, taking inspiration from Lucha Underground.
I miss Lucha Underground. Why is it not anywhere? I can't even find it on the Fire Stick, boy.
Wow.
Hey,
I be looking too.
It was some banger, bro. Lucha Underground was like that.
Lucha Underground was like that. We're gonna have to do a Lucha Underground recap episode when we gonna have to do one.
No, I saw Lucha Underground one time and Chavo Guerrero got shot or something, and I was like, what?
I mean, look.
It was a telenovela. It was a telenovela mixed with
yes, it was.
Look, if we always talk about storytelling, man. They did it to a T.
Beautifully.
They told stories.
That was a TV show. It
was like a movie. It was a movie.
It was a movie. It was a cinematography.
Yeah, and I mean, Robert Rodriguez, behind it. Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
it made sense.
All right, crazy. Look, we're gonna have to do a Lucha Underground story. Look, story time. We're gonna have to do one, but all right. # real fans. We didn't have it rolling across the screen all night. So tonight we gonna say it. Trigger Trey, let them know where to find you at, my good brother.
Hey, you can go ahead and find me at official OVO sound _11. Please don't say nothing about how long my IG name is.
I was going, it was coming.
I feel like, dang, that's a long IG name.
I think mine is longer than yours.
It's not.
I mean, honestly. If we add it, I guess I can give y'all my TikTok. I haven't really posted on TikTok. I mainly just get on there for the black
messages.
At Sharon Knight. That's it. At Sharon Knight on TikTok. And like I said, my main source is Instagram, so y'all can hit me there. Mr. Blackout Jones.
Man, I see it at the bottom.
He said, "Use your eyes."
Right there, look. See, right there.
He said, "Look, y'all see it."
It's right there. Just
it's
follow
it. Long talking.
It look like the stock exchange.
Hey, hold on, bro. You gotta shout out your secondary page, bro.
We got another podcast coming.
The planes, bro.
From our own Mr. Blackout Jones.
Oh yes, it's called JRL Aviation at JRJ.
Oh look, he ready to share that one, boy.
Yeah, on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? It's just a little startup. That's all. You know what I mean?
Hey, look, he was like, oh, y'all. Oh wait, hold on now.
Yeah, exactly. He got a little pep in his step on that.
But wait, there's more.
There's more.
But wait, there's more.
Mr. 211, let him know what it. Wait. I'm sorry, Mr. And Black. And what is this page about? What is this gonna be about, brother man?
So I'm pretty much an airplane enthusiast. You know what I mean? I like airplanes. Takeoffs, landings, just the ambiance of flying. Things of that nature. Since I was a little kid, man. So I feel like just always thought about it.
62 and a half years ago.
Yeah.
Can you tell me about the soul plane?
No, you know what's funny? No, you know what's funny? My dad's 63rd birthday is Sunday.
Happy early birthday, heathen.
Happy early birthday.
Pops.
Yes, indeed.
Mr. 211, let him know where to find you at, brother.
You can find me on the Instagram at Man of Steel, spelled STEEL _BTB. Please don't try to find me nowhere else.
Don't find this man on X and go look through his life.
Please don't. Did y'all find me on it? Please don't find me.
I did. Don't. I regret it too.
You don't need to know me like that.
You might think he did it.
Who, OJ?
Did he do it or not?
No, OJ ain't do that.
And you can find me at Carlito _Cannon with all K's, no C's. Y'all know what it is.
So you're the KKK.
No, I have 4 K's actually. So.
Oh, the KKK.
Yeah. KKK. No, 5's Carolina Wrestling Cartel, Carlito Cannon. We got 5.
You talk about my
3 ain't enough, man.
No, but everything is just Carlito _Cannon. Everything. TikTok, IG, X. Find us BTB _. I'm sorry, _BTB podcast _ on X.
The real Beyond the Bell.
The real Beyond the Bell. Beyond the Bell podcast on Instagram. Beyond the Bell podcast on TikTok. Everywhere you're looking for us is Beyond the Bell because we are actually the Beyond the Bell podcast. Like I said, like we said in the beginning, we appreciate y'all rocking with us through it. We about to be hitting y'all with nonstop content. I just hope y'all are ready for it. Same BTB time, same BTB channel next week.
You know it.
Gang.
Well, I did it last week. I think this season I'm gonna do it until I get tired of it, fellas. Until we yeet again. I like that. Hey.